Most of you will not return from this endeavor. If you die, you will be forgotten. If you give up, you will be killed. No, out of my sight.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
You should. This is the end of the line for you, Clemrel. Just make sure you stay out of my way.
Look here, Vimran. I see the upstart, but no sign of Dolgus.
Clemrel, Vimran, you have been dismissed.
Yes, Master.
I underestimated you by sending Dolgus. It will not happen again.
Are you having trouble with Acolyte Vimran, Supplicant?
It seems that way. I'm not sure why he's so bothered by me.
And why shouldn't he be?
Nothing gets under my skin.
He is thoroughly capable of backing up his threats.
If he insists on getting in my face like that, he's gonna have trouble with me.
He has been hardened into a lethal machine. Vimran has paid his dues. He's fought a deck stacked against him to get here. You, on the other hand, let me get a closer look at you. Yes, as I suspected. Overseer Tremel has done you and this academy a great disservice. Your warblade came early. Prisoners flown in for your convenience. Even a beast here on Korriban instead of off-world in the wild. The pacing of the trials is deliberate. Only full immersion over time produces results. Your mind is soft, unhoned, undisciplined.
I'll remember that, and someday you'll regret those words.
I wouldn't regret destroying you where you stand.
It was never my intention to offend.
But it is offensive to be presented with an acolyte who doesn't even have a rudimentary understanding of what it means to be Sith. The first month of trials should be dedicated to philosophy, conceptual tactics, understanding of the Sith Code. Recite the Sith Code for me, acolyte, and explain its meaning in battle, war, and politics.
Sure, give me a minute. Well, you see there's the dark side, the light side, and there you have it.
Pathetic. I can read the lie from a nascent Force user with my eyes closed.
I don't recall learning a Sith code, my lord.
Your ability is undeniable, but your readiness and your understanding of the Sith way is woefully lacking. I am your master now. Tremel was becoming lax before you ever arrived. His unwillingness to adapt to the evolving Sith paradigm has become a liability. These are the actions of a traitor. Traitors are executed. I grant you immunity from punishment. Kill Tremel and bring back his hand as proof.
I do not like the idea of killing him, but I'll do it if I must.
I do not make requests, supplicant. Now, leave. I'm sure Tremel is still in his chambers. Don't return until you've killed him. You continue to loiter. My eyes are already narrowing on you. Kill Tremel and bring back his hand immediately. What's this? The Acolyte returns, and with a bloodied weapon. I assume this means Tremel is no more. Give me his hand. Here, take this one ring as a memento. Remembering the past can strengthen resolve and embolden the spirit. I am impressed you had the fortitude to destroy him. You know he thought of you as family. How did it feel to betray him?
It was a day I will long remember. I savored it completely.
Good. Feast on that. Not every kill will be as meaningful.
I did what was called for.
You mask your feelings well, as long as you don't suppress them.
We worked closely together. It was quite difficult, Master.
Nothing worthwhile is ever easy. Remember that. You have taken your first step to understanding the Sith Code. Peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion, we gain strength. Through strength, we gain power. Through power, we gain victory, and through victory, our chains are broken. The Force shall set us free. By embracing the code and destroying Tremel, you have freed yourself from his shackles and escaped his fate.
And now I'm bound by your shackles.
You'll find they are a marked improvement, with much greater potential range.
You've made your point. I understand.
That's more like it. I had a feeling you'd be a fast learner. Now, there are sacred ruins in the tomb of Tulak Horde. The ancient inscriptions that once adorned the walls of each ruin lie in pieces. You will venture through the entire tomb, search all of the ruins, and bring me a shard from each of these inscriptions. You will do this, or you will die. Vemran and my other acolytes have already been sent. There are no rules regarding how they secure the shards, and they will stop at nothing. Fight your way through the tomb of Tulak Horde in the Valley of the Dark Lords, and bring me the shards from each of the ruined shrines. You have yet to acquire the shards from the tomb of Tulak Horde. I suggest you hasten yourself. The prodigal supplicant returns, and with all the shards from the tomb of Tulak Horde. Superb. It appears Clemrel was right and you were wrong, Vemran. It seems your hopes have been dashed, Vemran. He expected you to fall on your face.
Appearances can be deceptive.
Excuse Vemran, supplicant. He didn't take kindly to you turning those young acolytes on him, even though they were only untrained novices.
That was a trick I learned from Vemran himself. I was just giving him a taste of his own medicine.
The tension is thick between you two, a great source of emotion to feed on. I wonder what will happen when it boils over. But first, a matter to clear up. There is very little that escapes my scrutiny, and I know, Acolyte, that you provided Clemrel with his shards. So, since it was only by your tolerance that Clemrel stands before me, I leave his fate in your hands. What should I do with him?
Clemrel proved himself to be useless. If it's up to me, I say he should die.
No less than he deserves.
No! Please! I don't want to die.
Spineless.
He recognized his limitations, which has its own merit. But those limitations mark him unworthy to continue the journey to being Sith.
Yes, the next trial would destroy him instantly. While he is not Sith material, he is a survivor. So perhaps he can be of some use.
He still managed to succeed. The directive was by any means necessary. That kind of resourcefulness should be rewarded.
Surviving this long is no small feat, so I agree that he should be allowed to live. But I do not find him to be Sith material. General, I'm assigning you to oversee the Academy prisons. It's not a glamorous post, but do your job and you'll be respected here. Report to Jailer Nash immediately.
Thank you, my lord. Thank you both.
He certainly lacks backbone, but perhaps he'll rise above that someday. Now are the two of you ready for your final trial? You both stand on the precipice of becoming Sith. But only one of you will have the opportunity to claim a special lightsaber and serve as my apprentice. I thought it would be you, Vemran, but I've changed my mind.
What? I've done everything you've asked. Better than any of the others. The honor should be mine.
Ignore Vemran, Lord Baras. His world is crumbling around him.
Today, Vemran is every bit your equal. But the Force is stronger with you, Acolyte. And there is a power sleeping within you. It was a simple decision. Now, Vemran, go wait in my antechamber for your instructions. This instant. Now I hope you fathom how fortunate you are to be singled out. If you become my apprentice, the galaxy will bend before you.
You're not going to regret this, Baras. I was born to be Sith.
The lightsaber you will seek is old and powerful. It is housed in a forbidden cavern in the tomb of Nagasado, where few Sith have ever set foot. Almost no one knows how to find the secret entrance. But there is a Twi'lek in the holding pens who was caught breaking in there. I hear she is quite willful. Take her and make her show you the entrance to the Forbidden Cave.
You insult me, Baras. I do not need the help of a slave.
You will not find the Forbidden Cave without her.
That sounds like fun. I will enjoy bending her to my will.
Yes, dominate her as you see fit. Other acolytes seeking to complete their trials are sent to the tomb, where Academy laws are waived. They will try to murder you. This test will determine if you become Sith. So bolster yourself. To set foot in the tomb of Nagasadao is to breathe in death itself. Don't make me regret selecting you to get the special lightsaber. Retrieve the Twi'lek from the slave pens and find the Forbidden Cave in the tomb of Nagasado. I am beside myself. Not only did you get the Twi'lek to cooperate, but you completed the task and claimed the ancient lightsaber. Vemran was not in my chamber as I instructed. I take it he sought to stop you and claim the ancient weapon as his own.
He tried and failed. Vemran was nothing if not consistent.
Bravo! I see you may indeed become one of the strongest Sith in the galaxy. Your trials are over. You are now my apprentice.
I am your humble servant, Master. I bow before you.
Rise, my apprentice.
I can hardly wait to start, my Master.
Good, because it's time to unleash you.
It took you long enough.
Mind your tone, my young initiate. This is only the beginning. With you as my right hand, we shall strike fear into the Empire's enemies. I must convene with the Emperor and inform him of your progress. This shuttle pass will take you to Dromund Kos. Meet me at the Citadel there.
As you decree, my lord. As fond as I am of this unyielding planet, it will be a pleasure to leave.
You will find Dromund Kos to be considerably more stimulating.
Tell the Emperor I said hello.
I'm sure he'll be thrilled. Take the Twi'lek slave as my gift. Do with her as you wish. If she'll be of use, by all means take her with you to Dromund Kos. The shuttle to Dromund Kos will be leaving soon, apprentice. I suggest you gather your slave, other belongings, and catch it. Not a minute too soon. Your timing is impeccable.
Did it just get considerably colder?
I see you decided to keep the slave. I hope she amuses you. I understand you killed my welcoming committee.
It was an accident, my lord. My hand slipped.
We are no longer at the Academy on Korriban. You are Sith. You can claim the cold-blooded murders you perform here. Killing him has not angered me. With such a disagreeable weapon at my side, many will think twice before crossing me. I trust you've been acquainting yourself with your new environs? Did my minion point you in the right direction?
That runt is utterly useless.
Everything has a use.
His pointer finger was a bit twitchy.
A byproduct of constantly fearing for his life, but it keeps him in line, doing the trivial tasks that need tending to.
He's a dutiful servant who lives to serve you.
A properly beaten-down slave is the only trustworthy creature in the galaxy. Your responsibilities will mandate contact with my various minions, meet my directives, and you may do as you will to anyone you encounter, adversary or ally.
You can trust that I'll use good judgment, Master.
A lightsaber can only achieve so much, apprentice. The most powerful weapon in a Sith Master's arsenal is information. I have painstakingly built a vast network of spies and operatives embedded throughout the Sith, Republic, and Jedi alike. I have fingers, eyes, and ears everywhere.
Tell me, why don't you trust your own allies?
A Sith has many rivals who seek to destroy him. We are an opportunistic culture. We rise by dismantling those around, and especially above us.
You've successfully infiltrated the Jedi Order.
Yes, my operatives are completely undetected, and I wish to keep it that way. I track our enemy, weakening and influencing them from within, waiting to strike.
Which am I to be? A finger, eye, or ear?
You're my enforcer, deployed to protect my interests, intimidate my rivals, and destroy my enemies. It's time for your tenure to begin. A military starship is touching down at the Cos City cargo port, delivering a vitally important prisoner to me. You will meet Commander Lanklin at Docking Bay 12 and make sure he and his men successfully offload this prisoner.
This is beneath my talents. Commander Lanklin can't handle it himself.
Lanklin is competent, but that is moot.
If you're sending me, you must be expecting trouble.
We must always assume that we are being plotted against, especially when the stakes are high. The importance of this prisoner cannot be overstated. Go to the cargo port now and stay sharp. You are dismissed. Waste no time, apprentice. Meet Commander Lanklin in the cargo port and make sure he and his men successfully offload my prisoner. Go. Lanklin informed me of the ambush at the cargo port. Apparently there are more eyes on us than even I thought. I have felt a disturbance in the Force. It leaves doom imprinted on my dreams. A grave and mysterious threat that could bring down my entire power base. This frozen man is a top Republic agent captured while investigating my most deeply embedded spy on Nar Shaddaa. One of my invisibles. The Force grants me a vision of doom. And immediately, my untraceable spy, who has left no footprints, no trail, is almost exposed. It makes me furious.
Instead of whining, do something about it.
Oh, I'll do something about it. One of the things that I do best. Torture.
Maybe your spy wasn't so invisible after all.
Do not presume to tell me my business. There's no profit in it.
It could just be a coincidence, Master.
It is not coincidence. I can feel it. I must learn what tipped off the Republic agent. He is the key to uncovering the nature of this threat. Now, while I thaw the prisoner and painfully siphon every morsel of information I can from him, I have some concerns that require your special talents.
I'd like to stay and watch the torture, my lord.
Yuck. Please, no.
You can watch me torture the next prisoner.
Tell me what I must do.
No rest for the wicked, I guess.
Go to the Imperial post in the jungles outside the city. Commander Pritch is stationed there. He has a seek and destroy task for you.
What will I be seeking and destroying?
Do not needlessly tax me. Commander Pritch will supply all the details.
I don't take orders from lackeys.
Pritch is merely relaying information, apprentice.
It'll be done before you know it.
I must tend to the torturing of this miserable Republic agent. Waste no time. I have more for you to do once this is complete. You are dismissed. Torturing this Republic operative requires privacy, apprentice. You need to meet with Commander Pritch in the jungle. Go now.
I don't care what you do. Break my bones, burn my flesh. I'll tell you nothing.
I will not be denied.
Go spit, you monster!
I didn't know bodies could bend like that. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Spare yourself. You shouldn't have to see this.
Ah, apprentice, you've returned. Commander Pritch confirmed that the slaves have been silenced. Good. I'm still trying to extract the information I crave from this Republic agent. He is much more resilient than anticipated.
I thought you said you were good at this.
Now is not a good time to test me, apprentice. Even as I brutalize him, I twist the Force to keep him alive and feeling every sensation.
That is the cruelest thing I've ever heard.
I'm interested in helping.
All I require is time. Just leave me to my work.
He'll crack, Master. I'm sure of it.
I will not rest until he does. I have another important task for you. It involves a renegade Sith Lord named Grathan, a particularly bothersome thorn in my side. Meet with my apprentice, Drykel Ball. He's my covert operative in Gratham's compound. Ball claims to have made a key discovery.
I thought I might be your only apprentice. That makes Baal my rival.
Try to tolerate him long enough to get the details and conclude your business there.
Do you know the nature of this discovery?
Ball only communicates in predetermined signals. He was to find Gratham's exploitable weakness, and today he sent the success signal.
Invading a Sith compound is my kind of work.
Gratham's presence is useful to me, so I don't want him killed, just crippled. Find out what Ball has discovered, and do exactly as he instructs.
Is your other apprentice above me in the pecking order?
I'm sure he views himself as your better, but he has merely been here longer.
Too bad. I would love to kill a Sith Lord.
No doubt someday you will have your chance to try, one way or another.
Today I cripple a Sith Lord.
Enjoy it. One day it won't seem so special. Now then, Republic Wretch, where were we? Oh, yes. Tell me what I wish to know. I am busy with this prisoner. Go to Lord Grathan's compound and meet with my agent Drykel Ball. I cannot break him!
Nice lungs you got there.
Mind your tongue, or I will cut it out!
Is there some problem here?
Who would ask such a stupid question? Clearly, there's a problem here.
I feel your anger, Master.
A blind, deaf, comatose lobotomy patient could feel my anger.
Okay, I'm officially scared.
This is impossible. An unknown power must be shielding this man, which only confirms my suspicions. This Republic agent is the key to unlocking the threat we face. I must harness my rage and frustration. They will lead me to an answer.
Wake me when you figure it out.
Your insolence will one day be your undoing. I would punish you if I wasn't so pleased with your progress.
Be persistent. I'm sure you will find a way.
Your encouragement is noted, my apprentice.
Trust your feelings, Master.
The minion advises the master. Very good. You'll demonstrate your progress. And the word has spread that Lord Grathan is incensed at the slaying of his secret son. I take it that was your handiwork?
I didn't even break a sweat.
My confidence in you is growing.
After dealing with his son, I stayed to socialize with Lady Grathan. An added humiliation for him.
Ah, my young apprentice, you have just cheered me up. I haven't heard from Drykel Ball, my agent in Grathan's camp. He's missed a scheduled communication. Let me guess. He gave you trouble, did he?
He gave me no trouble at all.
I can sense the truth behind your words, apprentice. Ball can be replaced.
He left me no choice, Master. I had to kill him.
No matter. He fulfilled his primary purpose. Every Sith must attempt to orchestrate his own promotion. Now, back to my prisoner. There's one last possibility to break him. I thought it impossible, but perhaps there's a small chance you could pull it off. Over a millennium past, the Emperor claimed Drummoncass and made the Dark Temple the epicenter of Dark Force energy. In the bowels of the temple, he conducted horrifying experiments that drained the knowledge and life essence from all the greatest Sith Lords of the time.
He destroyed his own lords.
They existed to serve their master, and that they did. He siphoned them to make himself immortal and all-knowing.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
I'm sure that he would be relieved to hear that you approve. The Emperor created a device called the Ravager that ate his victims' minds and delivered to him their greatest secrets. No one could withstand the Ravager's intrusion. Even the strongest Sith Lords of the Empire confessed whatever the Emperor craved.
I'm sure the Emperor has the best toys.
I wouldn't call the Ravager a toy, apprentice. It's not to be taken lightly.
Let me guess, you want me to get the Ravager?
It may be my only chance to break this Republic worm. The Emperor keeps the Ravager hidden in the Dark Temple, which has, in his absence, become a death trap. There's a good chance the horrors that await you will be too severe, but it's worth your life to me. The legends describe a secret chamber in the depths of the Dark Temple where the Ravager was encased. You'll know the device by its inscription. Be swift, apprentice. I swear I will find a new apprentice if you do not make haste and search the Dark Temple for the Ravager immediately. When I sent you into the Dark Temple for the Ravager, I thought it might be the last time I saw you, apprentice. The prisoner grows weaker by the minute. There's no time to spare. Stand back and bear witness.
You're wasting your time. I will not.
Yes, the Ravager has seized his mind. Excellent. In his condition, we don't have long before the ordeal liquefies all brain matter.
I hope the results are gory and gruesome.
I do not care what we see as long as I hear what I want.
He is the picture of torment.
I endured his defiance for so long. It is a sight for angered eyes.
Maybe he'll last longer if you reduce the pain.
The pain drives the device's effectiveness. Republic Worm, you have the information I desire. Tell me everything.
I am Republic Information Service. On special assignment to verify possible Imperial spy on Nar Shaddaa, commissioned by Jedi Council, acting on suspicions provided by Master Nomen Karr.
Nomen Karr. That's a name I grow tired of hearing.
Are you going to keep me in the dark, old man? One of your enemies, I take it.
My oldest and most hated enemy. An old wound that continues to fester. Nomen Karr is a Jedi Master who infiltrated the Sith. I rooted him out. Then he nearly destroyed me and fled. He's dedicated himself to proving that the Sith have spies embedded within Republic and Jedi ranks. I've thwarted him at every turn, but he is tenacious. How did Nomen Karr come to suspect my spy on Nar Shaddaa? Tell me, Republic wretch, what alerted him?
Master Nomen Karr has a new Padawan. She seems to know any being's true nature. She senses hidden darkness and untapped purity.
Astonishing. I've never heard of the Force granting such a gift. Tell me, how does her power work?
All I know is when Master Nomen Karr brought her to Nar Shaddaa, this Padawan sensed darkness in your spy. simply by seeing him.
This is a serious threat.
It is the doom I felt. The disruption in the Force.
What's a Padawan?
That is what the Jedi call their trainees. It means she is not yet a Jedi.
Seems far-fetched to me.
I have witnessed many unlikely things in my lifetime, apprentice. If this young Padawan can see through deception and disguise with such little effort, she threatens everything I have worked for. Continue, Republic dog.
Tar believes his Padawan's ability is foolproof, but the Jedi Council is skeptical. I was to provide the proof, but I wasn't able to report my findings.
We must know more about this Padawan.
Yes, my apprentice. Such a threat must not wander the galaxy unchecked.
The damage is not yet done.
For now, perhaps. But we can't have this potential doomsday weapon scouring the galaxy. Who is this Padawan, you Republic pest? Tell me everything you know about her.
She was found on Alderaan. Her power first emerged training on Tatooine, and Jedi sent another agent to investigate someone she suspected on Balmora.
He's fading. Is she human or one of the Jedi's cursed aliens? Where can I find her? What is her name?
I have nothing more.
The Ravager has emptied his mind. That is all we have to go on. A few random places within the greater galaxy where Noman Carr and his Padawan have been.
It's a start, Master. That device did the trick.
You are correct. We now have leads to follow.
Spotty details at best. We have our work cut out for us.
You mirror my thoughts, apprentice. Noman Carr is a relentless crusader, and this Padawan and her unprecedented power threaten everything I have achieved. Your duties are likely to take you to the far reaches of the galaxy. I will need to deploy you at will. You shall have a starship of your own. You've earned it. Go to my personal hangar in the spaceport and claim it.
You bet I've earned it. This is long overdue, Baras.
I'm the one who dictates the timing of such things.
You are most generous, Master.
Save your gratitude. I must ponder our next move. Waste no time. Get your starship in my hangar and wait for further instructions.
Yeah, let's go before he tells me to clean all this up, okay?
Waste no more time. Go to my hangar in the spaceport and claim your starship. I will contact you with your new orders. Apprentice, I trust you find your starship satisfactory?
I'll let you know after I've taken it for a spin.
You are about to get that chance.
I've seen better.
If you want better, you'll learn to show appreciation.
It's an outstanding vessel.
I hope that it serves you well. There is much to be done. My interests must be protected, and my enemies destroyed. Noman Carr's efforts to expose my spies and prove his Padawan's power to the Jedi Council must meet with systemic failure. You will exhaust yourself in this charge.
Where do you suggest I begin?
The information we siphoned from that Republic agent will be our map. We know my spy on Nar Shaddaa was being surveilled. We know where this Padawan was discovered, where she trained, and that the Jedi have sent someone to investigate my spy on Balmora. The Padawan will have to be hunted down and destroyed, but first you must secure my network by silencing my spies on Balmora and Nar Shaddaa.
Is it wise to put off destroying the Padawan?
If the Jedi acquire proof of my spy network, Noman Carr wins. We must mop up the potential leaks first.
Why not simply recall your spies?
Their disappearance would look suspicious and serve to confirm the Padawan's accusations. My spies must die.
Consider them wiped from existence.
Nothing less than that will be sufficient. My contacts on Balmora and Nar Shaddaa will detail what must be done. Your tasks are paramount, apprentice. Bring cruelty. Bring rage. Bring death. Ah, you've arrived on Balmora. Excellent. Your contact there is Lieutenant Malavai Quinn. I trust you'll find him most helpful.
Must I endure lowly Imperials?
Don't let the low rank fool you. The Lieutenant is an exceptional officer.
I have no doubt, Master.
This is an important mission, and I only entrust the finest.
Where can I find this man?
Quinn will meet you in his offices at Sobrik headquarters. We will speak again as soon as he has briefed you.
I have a secure line to Lord Baras. I'll patch him through immediately.
Ah, I see you have convened with my apprentice. Very good, Lieutenant. Leave us. Quinn owes his career to me, but we should keep the details of your mission between the two of us. We must act swiftly. Noman Kar's Padawan has directed the Jedi's suspicions to my undercover spy there on Balmora. Do you recall this?
Tell me again about this Padawan.
We tortured a Republic agent and learned of the existence of a Jedi Padawan under the tutelage of my nemesis, Master Noman Kar. This Padawan has the ability to know the true nature of any being. She sensed darkness in my spy on Balmora. Thus far, the Jedi are skeptical of her power. But if his Padawan is validated, Noman Kar will have the weapon he needs to destroy everything I have built.
There'd better be a point to this.
Your physical distance from me is making you bold. You should rethink that attitude.
Do I sense fear in you, Master?
Only a fool is placid when faced with a true threat. As long as it does not destroy you, fear can be useful, apprentice.
Remind me who this Noman Kar is.
Jedi Master Noman Kar is my personal nemesis. He has dedicated his life to proving that there are Sith spies among the Jedi and Republic. He is training a young Padawan who has the power to know the true nature of any being. This Padawan must be stopped.
Of course, I remember everything.
Good. I'll get to the point. My spy is Commander Rylan of the Republic Resistance. He is the central contact for all my operatives in this sector. Unfortunately, Quinn is tracking an investigator that the Jedi have sent. That means we have to cover our tracks before you kill Rylon. Your first mandate is to destroy evidence that links Rylon to the sabotaging of Balmora's defense systems during the war. To do so, you must break into the satellite control tower. Quinn reports that the tower is a death trap of mechanical security.
Why can't the Lieutenant do that?
Don't second-guess me. If I thought Imperials could handle this, I wouldn't be bothering you with it. This task is priority 1. The Jedi's investigator could be zeroing in on the evidence as we speak. Quinn has everything you'll need. I'll summon him back. Remember, he is not to know the reason for your mission. I'll be in touch. Apprentice, we have one more potentially compromising thing to take care of before you can confront my spy, Commander Rylon. It involves invading a Republic keep to find a lowly ensign named Dermot. He is Rylon's son, and the commander confided his true identity to him. Ensign Dermot must be silenced permanently.
Rylon was foolish to tell his son.
The one chink in his otherwise flawless armor.
Maybe the son can be trusted.
I don't leave loose ends. And all indications are that Rylon's son is a very loose end. I'll signal Quinn to give you the details. Be swift. I hope you can see the smile on my face, apprentice. You are turning me into a true believer.
That pleases me, Master.
I'm sure you're impatient to complete your time on that little rock. With the satellite tower computer destroyed and Commander Rylon's son neutralized, My spy's tracks are covered. Now the only threat to Rylon ever being exposed is the man himself. It's time to end that threat. Permanently.
Do I have a choice in the matter?
I like that idleness makes you disagreeable. Just be sure to give Commander Rylon an honorable death. It's the least we can do.
I'm going to wipe him off the face of this planet.
Ready and able. That's what makes you such a lethal and valuable asset. I've had him embedded within enemy ranks for decades. The extent of his contribution to the Empire's interests is unrivaled.
I'll be sure to thank him before I kill him.
At your discretion, apprentice, but that won't be necessary.
The man is a hero. Pity he has to die.
He has always known the risk.
It's time to retire him. He served his purpose.
You took the words right out of my mouth, apprentice. The Jedi investigator must have no hard evidence that Rylon was killed to silence him. It must look like anything but a targeted execution. Annihilate everyone there.
Sounds like overkill to me.
Your objection is noted. The order remains.
There won't be a heart left beating.
See to that.
An apprentice's work is never done.
Be glad of that. When I stop giving you work, you should be worried. I've summoned Lieutenant Quinn. He'll prepare you for your final task.
It's not my place, Lord Baras. I leave that for your apprentice to convey.
Then step aside, Lieutenant. My apprentice has arrived. Nice of you to join us. Quinn refuses to update me, insisting the privilege be yours. I assume the Jedi investigator has been stopped.
I handled it. Your doubts and worries are becoming intolerable.
Considering recent developments, yes, I had much concern.
She is no longer a concern, Master.
That is a relief.
I've captured her for you to torture.
Excellent thinking, apprentice. Hopefully she will provide us with more insight into Nomen Karr's Padawan. I look forward to getting my hands on her. The lieutenant will arrange the transport. I had hoped to avoid confronting the Jedi, but our hand was forced. What matters most is that Rylon can no longer be exposed. Your carelessness created a crisis, but since you quelled it, we can move on. And how would you assess Lieutenant Quinn's contribution?
He did his part.
Lieutenant, my apprentice's demeanor notwithstanding, I have been impressed with your efforts. You have more than made up what is owed to me.
Lieutenant Quinn is an exceptional officer. I couldn't have done it without him.
High praise indeed. Quinn, I believe you have sufficiently repaid the debt owed to me. I'm putting you up for a captaincy and transmitting an executive order allowing you to station wherever you choose. You are dismissed.
Thank you, Lord Baras. If my actions benefit the Empire, they benefit me. I would have done the same regardless of our past. My lord, before I depart, it's been my extreme honor to serve you. You are the epitome of everything the Empire stands for.
The honor has been mine, Lieutenant.
Until we meet again, I salute you, my lord.
He will have his hands full. There are powerful Imperials dedicated to keeping him down. But if Quinn can overcome them and rise to the station he deserves, there is great hope for our Imperial allies.
Can we get on with our business?
You are quite right, apprentice. Quinn's fate is of small consequence compared to our affairs.
Maybe we should assist him.
I have no time for such needling dramas.
If given the opportunity, he will excel.
Either way, it's not worth worrying about. Quinn's affairs are a speck compared to what we face. Your presence on Balmorra is no longer needed. Return to your ship when you're ready to leave. I'll contact you there.
So, we're leaving, right? On to our next exercise in domination and destruction?
Apprentice, I see you are ready to put Balmorra behind you. Good. The elimination of Commander Rylon grants security to my spy network, but there is still more to be done.
It's always work, work, work with you.
When all this is over, there will be time to relax.
I'm primed for the next bloodbath.
I weep for anyone who gets in your way.
I won't disappoint you.
You haven't yet, but every new challenge offers the chance of failure. Now, before I unleash you on Noman Karr and his Padawan, you must eliminate my spy on Nar Shaddaa. Head there immediately. Apprentice, I see you've landed on Nar Shaddaa. It is, I'm afraid, the armpit of the galaxy.
Why do you say that?
Nar Shaddaa is a planet of frivolity and distraction. Gambling, spice, rampant black market, and gang territory disputes.
Must be your kind of place, Baras.
In my youth, perhaps.
I want to make quick work of this place.
Then you must remain focused. But you are there to eliminate my spy, Agent Delicon. Normally it would be a trifling task, but Delicon has acquired a powerful ally.
Surely this person wouldn't dream of defying you.
He seems to relish it.
Why am I killing one of our own?
Delicon was my spy on Nar Shaddaa, who fell under Republic scrutiny thanks to Noman Karr's Padawan. He's smart and figured I would kill him, so he sought asylum with a rival there, Lord Rathari, an upstart among the Sith who openly disrespects me. Rathari prefers a more blunt approach. The Dark Council has granted him dominion over Sith interests on Nar Shaddaa.
What possessed the Council to do such a thing?
Rathari has been effective at ingratiating himself to the Council.
This Rathari and I might have a lot in common.
If he continues to cross me, he will soon be dead. I doubt you want to have that in common.
All that's about to change.
I would celebrate the day that nuisance was quelled. Agent Delicon knows much about my organization. I cannot have Rathari in possession of such a resource. Burn Rathari to the ground. Destroy everything he's working for. And kill Agent Delicon.
I see you're not averse to overkill.
This kind of defiance cannot be tolerated. Haladrel Setson runs my slave operation on Nar Shaddaa. She has been a valued operative for many years. She is ready to receive you and can fill you in on Rathari's movements and interests. That is all. You have done well, my apprentice. Delicon eliminated and Lord Rathari dispelled. This will be a day long remembered. The loss of Haladrel Setson is unfortunate, but the ends far justify the means.
As long as you get what you want, the ends always justify the means, don't they?
Power depends on seeing the big picture.
She served you honorably, Master.
I had a soft spot for her as well.
She will be easily replaced.
Yes, I will place my slave operations in good hands, rest assured. You have successfully eliminated both of my compromised agents. The time has come to set our sights on Noman Karr and his gifted Padawan. It seems our adversary is of like mind. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed. Noman Karr has been busy.
Stop being so cryptic and tell me what's happened.
Use that tone sparingly with me, apprentice. Consider this a warning.
I wouldn't expect him to be complacent.
Good. Then you're less likely to be caught unaware. It appears your ship is being tracked. A very sophisticated sensor is reporting your every movement. I've traced the signal to a spaceport in a sector not far from you. I'm sure Noman Karr is involved.
Sounds to me like you're being paranoid.
I do not appreciate your doubt. I expect unwavering respect at all times. Consider yourself warned.
Send me to this spaceport. Perhaps Karr is there, and I can end this.
Noman Karr is a master of the Jedi arts. Do not take him lightly. I've sent the coordinates to your mainframe. Head there immediately, dock with the station, and make a lasting impression. Apprentice, now that Noman Karr realizes that we seek his Padawan, there's no time to waste. He claimed the girl on her home planet of Alderaan, and she trained on Tatooine. I have agents on both planets digging up leads. Find the people who know this girl. Someone means enough to her to make her come out of hiding.
Sounds like a lot of guesswork to me.
Do not doubt me, apprentice. The girl must have family on Alderaan, and I have theories about what lies on Tatooine.
I doubt that Jedi will let her out of his sight.
You may be right, but as you close in on his prized pupil, he will be forced to deal with us. I am confident this is how we will prevail. The Padawan's training is incomplete. She is susceptible. The anguish you cause will flush her out, and you will kill her and her master.
Perhaps the Padawan can be turned.
Her power would be a great asset, yes. Put through enough torment, she may reveal her base nature. But we must be cautious. The danger she represents is extreme. As long as she lives, she is a threat. Seduction to the dark side should be left to masters. If there is even a sliver of doubt in your heart, it can backfire.
My heart is immune to doubt.
Don't deny doubt. It can feed as well as any other emotion.
I don't appreciate your condescension.
Don't be so bruisable, apprentice. It's the mark of insecurity.
At last, a challenge worthy of me.
I only hope you are up to that challenge. You have yet to face a Jedi Master. Their righteousness and passionless demeanor is nauseating. And Nomen Karr is no ordinary master. Confronting him, you will find profound fortitude and hate, or you will falter.
It will be an interesting experience.
Be sure your results are of interest to me.
Save the rhetoric. Let me get to work.
Learn to heed my wisdom, or you will die.
I will not falter. My hate knows no bounds.
Just be sure it serves you. Be off, then. Tatooine and Alderaan await. Discover this Padawan's identity and destroy her. The sands of Tatooine await you, apprentice. I've gleaned much since our interrogation of the Republic agent here on Dromund Kaas. I am certain Nomen Karr brought this gifted Padawan to Tatooine to train with a legendary master named Yonlock. Years ago, I urged the Dark Council to hunt down and destroy this Jedi. They refused, and Yonlock went into hiding on Tatooine.
He's hiding in the desert. Why does this coward Jedi concern us?
He was the greatest Jedi teacher of his time. The Force remains strong in him.
Now I have to mop up the Council's mistake.
It won't be the last time. The Dark Council often lacks foresight. Yonlock is the one who brought the Padawan's powers into expression. Now they share a special bond. Find him and destroy him.
What do you hope to achieve by doing this?
Nomen Karr shelters his prize, so we will draw her out by destroying everything she loves.
Where do you suggest I begin?
My servant Sharok Biv will guide you. She's eccentric, an acquired taste, but give her the benefit of the doubt.
I'll give her what she needs to do the job at hand.
And I'm telling you, what she needs is your tolerance.
I'm making no promises.
I will often indulge your whims, apprentice, as long as you deliver results, but in this case, mold yourself closely to my commands.
As you decree, my lord.
That is all. You have done admirably, apprentice. Your time on Tatooine was well spent. Nomen Karr's Padawan Jaisa Wilson no longer enjoys anonymity. I am very pleased.
We haven't found her yet.
This is a lesson I do not need to be taught, youngster.
Make sure the engraver for her tombstone has the name spelled right.
No. There will be no evidence of her existence. She will be buried in an unmarked grave. Your handling of Master Yonlock has sent our enemies a clear message. Nomen Karr and Jaisa Wilson now know they cannot hide. It gnaws at the Master, and will bring his prized Padawan to her knees.
You certainly have a lot riding on that theory, Baras.
Oh, don't doubt me. It's not a theory, apprentice.
I cannot wait to get my hands on them.
I believe that moment is rushing toward us.
You are a master strategist, my lord.
It is deeply satisfying to see a plan take shape. Only Alderaan remains. Jason Wilson's homeworld. Go there immediately. I will contact you when you arrive. Apprentice, I see you've touched down on Alderaan, Jason Wilson's home planet where Noman Carr found her. Excellent. You will discover everything you can about this Padawan and destroy everyone she loves there.
What are we trying to achieve?
It is the same mandate as Tatooine. Assault Jesa from afar, stir her emotions, and flush her to the surface.
I'll decide what is to be done on this planet.
You have a long leash, apprentice, but there is much less wiggle room here.
It is a certainty.
I hope your results will confirm your confidence. Unfortunately, with the civil war for the Alderaanian throne raging, your contact, Duke Kendo of House Thule, has become unreliable. Kendo was supposed to find Jason Wilson's family for you, but it seems he's distracted. You must undistract him.
So, I have to mop up your mess.
Take care not to become one of my messes yourself, apprentice.
Why don't I just kill him?
No doubt someday the man's usefulness will be exhausted, but today is not that day. Kendo is a political creature. The consequences of failing me are abstract for him. Once they are made concrete, he'll cooperate. You'll find him in the House Thule executive chambers. Make haste. Apprentice, the Sith Fenris who attends Duke Kendo was able to patch me through to you directly. Excellent. I am seeking an update. News of your search for Jason Wilson's family has reached me, and I am quite concerned.
Relax, old man. All is under control.
That's not what I am hearing.
No cause for concern. I sent her parents to you.
Really? Excellent thinking. As I torture them, their pain will scream into the galaxy and torment their daughter.
Yes, I deceived them into agreeing to go. I promised them riches, and I believe it will be more effective if they live fruitfully.
Very conniving. The happier they are under Imperial rule, the more it will tear at the Jedi's heart. I would make it so. You eclipse my greatest hopes for you, and prove you belong at my side. Which makes my susceptibility to Duke Kendo's gossip about you all the more foolish.
Let the fool have his little amusements.
But they come at your expense, apprentice.
You said it. I didn't.
I have learned to follow all roads to their conclusion, so when I hear something alarming, I always pursue it. First off, Kendo said that you set an explosion that caused the death of several Thule dignitaries.
I'll kill that worm.
I assume then that wasn't the case. Shouldn't surprise me.
That was just collateral damage from our mission.
No, I see. No matter then.
That was his doing, not mine.
It must be politically advantageous for him to disavow his role in such a thing. Kendo also said that you helped the Republic defend their front in Organa's war against House Ulgo, painting you as a traitor.
Doing so expedited my mission.
Well, I do not care about the trivial war on Alderaan.
You know I'm no traitor.
It would surprise me to discover such a thing, but I cannot assume anything for certain.
Give me permission to kill him.
All that matters to me is that your mission is complete. For whatever reason, the man has taken it upon himself to slander you. I have no further use for Duke Kendo. Punish him however you please. If it were me, he'd pay severely.
I'm interested to hear what he has to say for himself.
Do what you will, but quickly. Until we destroy the threat of Jason Wilson, nothing else is important. Goodbye, apprentice.
No need to be concerned. I've killed her parents.
Ah, I see. It appears I have been misinformed about your status.
What news have you heard, my lord?
Duke Kendo contacted me to tell me that you have been busying yourself with personal exploits and disregarding my mission.
You believed him? He's a fool.
I know to take him with a grain of salt, but you've been there for some time.
That couldn't be farther from the truth.
I hope that is the case.
What exactly did he say about me?
In a moment. First, the more important subject. Tell me you found the family of Noman Kar's Padawan. Tell me they have been taken care of.
Yes, Master. The situation has been handled.
Then all is well. Good. No doubt the Padawan is twisting with grief.
That is a lie. I killed the general.
I sense no tremor of deceit in you. You crushed Alderaan under your boot, apprentice. I am incredibly impressed. The planet will feel the sting for years to come.
I better be earning much more than your accolades.
When all is accomplished, the benefits will be considerable.
I savored the destruction.
Yet all this is merely prelude.
I am your humble servant, Master.
Noman Kar's Padawan can no longer hide in anonymity. I am pleased. By rooting out this Jaso Wilson's parents, you have reached across the galaxy to strike a sharp blow at our enemies. Every lead followed perfectly, every planet ravaged. Our adversary is growing antsy, I can feel it. Expect news soon. Baras out. Apprentice, the timing of this call is fortuitous. I was just about to contact you with news.
It's about time. I was growing impatient. Tell me what's developed.
It's gratifying to see that you are as obsessed with this as I. I'm pleased to report that your exploits have been successful.
The Padawan bade me meet with her, so I went to end this. But two of Kar's Jedi friends were waiting instead.
Fascinating. It seems both Master and Padawan have been disturbed by your exploits. I have received a transmission from Noman Kar, calling me out, if you will, challenging me to face him to the death. Our enemy has become desperate.
I'm sure you'll defeat him, Master.
Oh, I have no intention of making the meeting.
He must have lost his mind.
Your efforts to disrupt his precious Padawan have unnerved him. He seeks to turn the tides.
Allow me the privilege of destroying him.
You have read my mind, apprentice. Kar fails to understand I have outgrown our personal dispute. He expects me to jump at the chance of strangling him. He will be unprepared for you.
Sounds like you're trying to avoid confronting him.
Jaso Wilson has felt your disruptions, not mine. You are what will draw her out.
Don't you want to vanquish your nemesis yourself?
Noman Kar is just a vehicle to my greater goal. The duel is to happen on Hutta, at the site of Noman Kar's betrayal so long ago. A fitting place for this to end. Defeat him, but do not kill him. His torment will reach out to his Padawan. He will be the bait that brings her to you.
I hope you're right about this.
I can feel Jaso Wilson on the verge of breaking, and Kar's desperate actions confirm it. Subdue the Master, and the pupil will come to save him. I have foreseen it. Apprentice, my soldiers informed me that you subdued Master Kar, but I've heard no further update. What has transpired? Where is Noman Kar?
What became of him is inconsequential.
I suppose that's true. It was the girl who posed the threat.
I left him there, a beaten and empty shell.
I see. I had hoped to get my hands on him, but I suppose my imagination will have to suffice. Through the Force, I did feel some of his pain. It was a spectacular sensation.
Once the directive was achieved, I saw no reason to keep him alive.
Interesting. I would have thought I'd sense his death. No matter, I suppose. The demise of Noman Kar is a long time in the making, and will be long remembered. I see you have a new passenger. Jason Wilson, I presume.
This is my master, Darth Baras.
Greetings, my lord.
Your parents are alive and thriving here on Drummond Cass. They'll be so pleased to know you are safe.
Please tell them I have never been happier.
You've endured quite a lot, young one, but you seem to have come through it rather well. Would you agree?
I am very pleased with the outcome.
I sense her devotion to you, apprentice. However did you manage that?
When will you realize there is nothing I cannot accomplish?
I'll admit this is more than I was expecting. Marvelous, apprentice. Simply marvelous.
I learned from the best, master.
Excellent. The perfect disciple. There's no denying you are a master of the dark arts now. Only the most accomplished among us are named as lords among Sith. You have more than earned the distinction. I hereby confer the title of Sith Lord upon you.
It took you long enough.
Mind who you're dealing with. As lethal as you must be to become a lord. A Darth is the embodiment of death. Don't forget that.
Such a distinction means nothing to me.
I see. There is a considerable stipend I bequeath to those who attain the rank in my service. Should I forego your reward then, my lord?
You'd better pay what I've earned.
You seem determined to spoil this wonderful moment and ruin my good mood. Despite your idiotic behavior, it would dishonor me not to reward you for such great accomplishments. Consider yourself very fortunate.
Do whatever you like. It's no skin off my back.
Such stubbornness, I do not feel the need to compete with it. Enjoy your reward.
Lord, huh? I'm beginning to like the sound of that.
I thought so. Nice to see your stubborn streak isn't immune to good sense.
You honor me.
Through your exemplary service, you honor yourself. I award a considerable stipend to those who attain such a rank in my service. Enjoy it. Now celebrate as you see fit. Then return to me here on Drummond Cass. I have great plans for us. I sensed Noman Carr's death from across the galaxy. I must admit, after all these years, to be rid of him, it has unsettled me a bit.
I did what I thought you would want. Was I in error?
Not in the least, my apprentice. I am not wounded by this development, merely bathing in the full breadth of its implications.
Gather your wits, Baras.
Don't mistake me, apprentice.
A worthy adversary is hard to come by.
Don't worry. A good Sith is always cultivating new enemies. I've been informed that my soldiers are bringing Noman Carr to me. A pleasant surprise. I'll have the final word in my war with that Jedi. He will die 1,000 deaths.
Some people are easy to get gifts for.
Somehow I doubt defeating Noman Carr was easy.
If you enjoy swatting at caged fleas, knock yourself out.
Someday you may have a nemesis, and then you'll understand.
His body and spirit are already ravaged.
Don't you worry. I'll fatten him up before I bleed him dry. Ah, the latest lord in the Emperor's arsenal returns. You're just in time. I have need of you. My master on the Dark Council, Darth Vengeance, wants war, not petty skirmishes that tiptoe around the Treaty of Coruscant, but open warfare. Vengeance has tasked me with finding a way to compel the rest of the Council to tear up the treaty.
The sooner we can stop pulling punches, the sooner the Republic will fall.
The Republic is stronger than you think. Otherwise, the Emperor would never have negotiated peace.
Surely Sith don't need an excuse to war.
On the contrary, the Emperor himself gave the order for peace. It takes much to challenge that.
Does the task give you pause, Master?
The Emperor signed the treaty for a reason, but no, apprentice. I see it as a great opportunity. I believe I have found a way to move the Dark Council and the Emperor happily toward war. Most think that our inability to find and defeat one man, General Karistis Gon, kept us from outright victory and forced the negotiated peace.
If one man can thwart the Empire, how do we show our faces in public?
General Gon operates from the shadows, a phantom single-handedly preventing the fringe systems from falling to us.
I've never heard of Karistis Gon.
Yes, even as the Republic writes songs about him, we would just as soon forget he exists. After years without a hint of his whereabouts, I've learned that he's meeting on SWTOR with traitorous Imperial agents. You will go there, and you will kill him.
That sounds simple enough.
Ordering his death is an act rife with political consequence. Take it seriously.
What is this meeting about?
He maintains the fringe systems by anticipating our moves. These traitors supply his information. Anyone meeting with General Gon is guilty of treason and must be eradicated. We will not appear weak on this.
That this man eludes us and can turn our own is an embarrassment.
Then see to it that this weakness is not compounded.
I'll assess the situation.
If you believe it is in your interest to display weakness, then by all means.
I will punish all who are aligned with him.
Without Gon, the fringe systems will fall. Control of the outlying planets will be a great advantage. So, to SWTOR, and deliver Darth Vengeance's red carpet to war.
Baras, are you responsible? Was it you who took out General Gon?
It was, Lord Vengeance. The fringe systems are now ripe for the taking.
Such an advantage will prod the rest of the Council out of passivity. They will see war is the only answer. You have delivered to me what I most crave.
I will always serve you to the full extent of my abilities, Master.
Who stands by eavesdropping? I do not like to be observed.
My lord, this is my most distinguished apprentice, and the deliverer of General Gon's death.
Pardon the interruption, my lords.
Who is this, Baras?
My mightiest apprentice, my lord, and the killer of General Gon.
And clearly a dutiful minion who knows the meaning of respect. Rise, young one. You have served your master and your master's master well.
It is my privilege, Master.
I'm impressed with your choice of apprentice, Baras. It is time. I will send my destroyer to the fringe systems, and they will be mine before anyone is the wiser. The order is given, Baras. Enact Plan Zero. Vengeance out.
Excellent. I have waited a long time for this order. Apprentice Plan Zero is the systematic elimination of the Republic's top military leaders, a preemptive strike that will leave the enemy headless.
What kind of war will it be with so crippled an enemy?
A short one with a conclusive victory. That is the point.
Who are these walking corpses?
They are the Empire's most accomplished adversaries, and not to be taken lightly. I have been tracking of the targets for years in anticipation of Plan Zero. There's no time to waste. Make ready your ship. I will contact you there. You have enemies to hunt down. Get to your ship. I will brief you there. Apprentice, your targets are the Republic's 6 most important military leaders. There are 2 I must still locate. Admiral Monk, who commands the Republic fleet, and Jedi Knight Zerander, who leads an elite squad of commandos. But the other targets, the 4 generals of the Republic's Strategic Command, are confirmed to be on the planet Terrace. You must speed there immediately.
I thought you said you were prepared, Baras.
They will be found soon enough, apprentice. You worry about Terrace.
Tell me about this planet.
Terrace was once controlled by the Empire. Years ago, while hunting a couple of dangerous Jedi, a Sith Lord devastated it from above. Though the planet has been a useless husk ever since, the Republic seems to have renewed interest in it. I will give you the particulars of your mission when you arrive. Baras out.
My lord, I am preparing for my assault on Taris.
Excellent. Your mission on Taris is to take down the Republic's entire strategic high command. The War Trust, the 4 generals who implement the bulk of the Republic military force's strategic planning, are all on Taris as we speak. Normally, they're never together in one place. This is an incredible opportunity.
Tell me about these generals.
The War Trust has stretched the Republic's resources and fought us to a standstill time and again. They are master strategists.
It must be something very important for them to expose themselves like this.
Truthfully, I don't care about their agenda. The War Trust generals themselves are the true threat.
The Republic will pay for such a blunder.
It won't be easy. The War Trust generals are master strategists. Generals Ferrer, Mence, Durant, and Frelka should not be taken lightly. Each will likely be protected by his own elite guard, and they have all the Republic forces on Taris at their disposal.
Danger only makes things more fun.
Do not approach this endeavor frivolously, apprentice. Your task on Taris represents the larger-scale assault of your career.
I will bring the Republic to its knees.
If the War Trust can be killed, that is, in effect, what will be achieved. Moff Herden leads the Imperial forces on the planet. He will provide whatever resources he can. Shuttle to the surface and seek him out immediately. Apprentice, your progress has been conveyed to me, and I've been briefed on the search for General Ferrer. Moff Herden informs me that Ferrer has relocated all of the Republic's forces on Taris to protect his command center at the Republic stronghold.
They will all perish under my might.
In good time, my apprentice. All in good time.
Guess I know where I'm going next.
First, you must convene with me.
We have his attention, and he's worried.
A frightened enemy can be the most dangerous. This assault will take all our firepower. I've summoned your crew to the base. They will all be utilized. And I've informed Moff Herden that you are commandeering the entirety of his forces.
Yes, right. They are yours to command, my lord.
That's very gracious of you, Herden.
Nothing short of a full-scale war will bring General Ferrer down.
Nice to see you know your place, Imperial.
I found the Moff to be extremely eager to accommodate.
I have longed to lead an army.
You will now sink your teeth into full-scale war. Rendezvous with Herden, Pierce, and your crew at the Imperial base. There is much planning to do. Be swift.
I am here. Let the war begin.
Yes, time is of the essence. Lieutenant Pierce, Captain Quinn, bring my apprentice up to speed on our enemy's activity.
Yes, my lord, it's a fairly complex situation.
General Ferrer, the War Trust's most senior member, is garrisoned in a fortified wing of the Republic's main base. He's got a huge army protecting him. More reinforcements on the way. We're outnumbered 8-1.
My lord, the lieutenant's statistics are inexact, but the general thrust is sound. The numbers favor Ferrer, but there are ways around that.
Stick close to the captain, Lieutenant. You might learn a thing or two.
Noted.
Now, to maximize our chances, we must coordinate 3 simultaneous strikes. One will destroy the base's power station. Another will sabotage its spaceport force field to thwart any reinforcements. And the last will force the conscripted regiments of Ferrer's army to flee.
What do these strikes entail?
The details will be forthcoming, apprentice, but I do not need to hear them.
Who knew this would be so complicated?
War is never simple, apprentice. Quinn will coordinate from the base, and you will lead the frontline offensive. Beyond that, decide how to assign your men. Goodbye. Apprentice, the War Trust dismantling has been your finest hour, but a new challenge arises. One of our missing targets, Admiral Monk, has revealed himself. As you may recall, my master Darth Vengeance set off to conquer the Fringe systems and inspire the Dark Council to reignite the war. Somehow, Admiral Monk caught wind of the plan and was waiting in ambush. He is laying siege to the flagship as we speak.
Let your master iron out his own mess.
My master is your master. His messes are our messes.
The plan was secret. Do you think there's a leak?
Information is a funny thing. It trickles in unexpected ways. Leave those concerns to me.
I'll stop the siege, Master.
That is an excellent idea. Plan Zero calls for Admiral Monk's head. This may be our only opportunity to crush him. Our flagship is commanded by Moff Maskin. Fly to the space battle immediately, board his ship, and stop Admiral Monk's siege. Apprentice, my master Darth Vengeance is distraught. With his covert attack exposed, the Treaty of Coruscant has been broken. And apparently Moff Maskin did not survive Admiral Monk's ambush. What happened?
It seems to me there was more going on here than you led me to believe.
Figured it out, did you? Yes, Apprentice. Admiral Monk was my minion. And I orchestrated the ambush and Darth Vengeance's blunder. Don't let this newfound knowledge confuse you.
Tell me you're not actually working for the Republic.
That is most amusing. No, Apprentice, I am most decidedly not with the Republic. I understand your desire to know more, but I must keep this affair my own for now. All will become clear soon.
I'm sure there are reasons for your actions, and I don't need to know them.
You are the perfect disciple. You will be brought up to speed when the time is right.
Admiral Monk must have killed him.
Is that so? How interesting. Well, at least you avenged him.
He accused us of setting him up and then attacked me, so I killed him in self-defense.
Ah, so he was twice the fool. First to falsely suspect us, and then to believe he could defeat you.
Save the games, Master. Admiral Monk confessed everything.
I see. So you know he was my minion, and that I orchestrated the ambush and Darth Vengeance's blunder.
It was the last mistake he'll ever make.
Sadly, yes. Some people bring about their own destruction with little thought.
I feel terrible killing one of our own like that.
That is often the price of power. What's important is that you accomplished your objective. The elimination of Admiral Monk. It is a major blow to the Republic. Now, the final Plan Zero target has been discovered. The hunt for Jedi Knight Zerinder takes you to Hoth. Contact me when you arrive.
My lord, I am docked at the space station above Hoth.
Very good. Now that Admiral Monk and the War Trust have fallen to your might, all that remains is Jedi Knight Zerinder. Zerinder has dedicated himself to the Republic like no other. He's led our enemies to many cunning victories. Not only is he a symbol of inspiration for the Republic, he's been a thorn in my side for a long time.
Is he a legitimate target for Plan Zero, or is this just a vendetta?
Why can't it be both? The satisfaction will be compounded when he is no more. The Chiss trader you spared confirmed Zerinder's presence, and has since informed me that the Jedi is seeking a secret superweapon. I can uncover no information about this weapon, only that it was lost in the wreckage of one of the crashed starships from the war.
That's very little to go on.
Zerinder is a shrewd target. We're fortunate to have this much insight. Killing him is paramount. If you discover the superweapon, all the better.
Maybe we can use the Republic's toy against them.
Perhaps. If Zerinder wants it, it must be very powerful. His death is the goal, but if the weapon can be salvaged, all the better.
Once I stop Zerinder, whatever he's after will be inconsequential.
Zerinder isn't one to waste time on anything less than a critical mission. His death is the primary goal. But I want to know what he seeks. Your contact on the surface is Commander Lanklin. He's been tracking Zerinder and should be ready to meet you at the Imperial base. The commander occasionally bites off more than he can chew, but he's been warned that this mission cannot afford anything less than perfection. Zerander is the last of your targets. Report to me when you know the nature of the superweapon he seeks. Get this right, apprentice. Get this Jedi off my hollow, Lanklin. Now.
I can't. Zerander's overridden all my controls.
As you can see, Baras, I control this planet. I've tapped your communications and can anticipate your every move. As Commander Lanklin knows firsthand, the Talls keep me one step ahead of even you.
I've never seen you speechless, Master.
I have, if only I'd taken the opportunity to shut him up permanently. I'm not here for a reunion, Baras. The last time we met, you were left drained and weaponless. This time you won't be so lucky.
My lord, I'm sorry,
You have failed me for the last time, Lanklin. Ensign Slint, you are now coordinator of my dealings on Hoth. Don't screw it up, Commander.
I will not disappoint you, my lord.
Apprentice, you better have good news for me.
Save your strong-arm tactics for the grunts. The lost superweapon Zerander seeks is actually a Jedi Master named Violet.
Ah, Master Violet. Now I understand why Zerander would risk exposure. Before his capture during the war, Violet was among the Jedi's most powerful masters. The ship transporting him to me was destroyed in a fierce space battle in this system. I assumed he'd perished, but...
Apparently, the great Darth Baras is not immune to blunders himself.
All beings blunder. I have survived my mistakes. Will you?
Why hasn't he been found before now?
That is the next part of the mystery.
The ship must have crashed here on Hoth, and he's kept himself alive all this time.
So it would seem. For beings that commune deeply enough, the Force can be as sustaining as rations. During the war, Zerander was Master Violet's Padawan. We battled. Violet took my lightsaber and used it from then on. If Violet is on Hoth, so is my blade. I will concentrate to locate it. Yes, there. Coordinates sent, Commander. Now go, Apprentice. Find the lightsaber and the Jedi. Apprentice, you are looking at a very pleased man. Admiral Monk destroyed. The War Trust, no more. Now, with Jedi Zerander and Master Violet neutralized, all of the Republic's most vaunted leaders are no more. Plan Zero is complete.
Spread the word of my success.
It only matters that I know and acknowledge your accomplishments.
I'm honored to have had a hand in it.
Your contribution will be rewarded far beyond the simple glory of it. There is more to discuss, much of it of a sensitive nature which I do not wish to convey via hollow. Return to my chambers here on Drummond Cars immediately.
I'm back, Master.
There is no time to waste, Apprentice. Listen up. Plan Zero was always my desire. I've been whispering in my Master Darth Vengeance's ear for years. Inciting full-scale war was but one goal. The other was the downfall of Darth Vengeance, so that I may ascend to his seat.
I would like to have been included in the plan.
You were instrumental, but I couldn't afford for you to know the details.
Making an enemy of a Dark Council member isn't the wisest thing.
I have patiently waited and carefully set the stage.
That is what I thought.
Then we are in sync. The Council doesn't appreciate being undermined. They're all but calling for Vengeance's head. A strike against him now would be met with universal support. How would you like to face off against one of the 12 most powerful Sith in the galaxy?
What's stopping you from handling this?
If Vengeance dies at my minion's hand, the Dark Council will shudder at how powerful I must be.
What's in it for me?
As I move up, you move with me, and the rewards increase at every step. There's another wrinkle. Darth Vengean's apprentice, Lord Drog, has been secretly working for me, which Vengean discovered before I could recall him. Vengean's rage is growing. You must free Drog and face Darth Vengean together.
I can handle Vengean myself.
I applaud your confidence, apprentice, but you will need Drog to even forge access to Vengean.
Why should I bother saving my rival within your organization?
I said nothing about Drog being your rival. There is no need to fear him. In fact, he is rather in awe of you. Drog knows Vengean's weaknesses and how to breach his inner sanctum. Administer this resuscitation drug to Drog. It will restore his strength. It will take both of you to overcome Vengean. So free the apprentice and destroy the master. Be off. Go, apprentice. Release Lord Drog and face Darth Vengean before the opportunity is gone. Look upon me, apprentice. You have never seen me so pleased. And look around these chambers one last time, the humble trappings of yesterday. With our dismantling of Darth Vengean complete, I assume his seat on the Dark Council and return to Korriban.
Have our efforts propelled the Council toward full-scale war?
Indeed. Plan Zero and Vengean's doomed attempt to claim the Fringe Worlds have triggered war. The Treaty of Coruscant is no more.
It was my efforts that accomplished this.
The seeds were sown long before your arrival, but I do acknowledge your essential role in the endgame.
Well earned, Master.
This could not have been achieved without you. We ascend together, apprentice. Only our combined strengths can propel us to the height of power. Ah, the third side of this triumvirate arrives. Lord Drog, welcome home.
It's been a long time, Master. I'm ready to join the front line.
I won't need your help on the battlefield.
Don't worry. I know you are at your best when given free range.
Together, we will be an unbeatable force.
Yes, all the pieces are in place now. Now that I'm on the Dark Council, we are perfectly positioned to bring the Republic to its knees, to shape the galaxy as we wish. Go and enjoy this victory, my apprentices, but be ready for my call. I will not sit idle long. Apprentice, it is customary to bow when in the presence of a member of the Dark Council.
Don't hold your breath.
I will tolerate such obstinacy in private, young one. Bow to me while in the presence of outsiders, or you will be punished severely. Am I understood?
I speak basic.
Such posturing is petty. Why must you task me? This is a time of greatness for us, apprentice.
You heard the man. Everyone, bow to Dark Council member Baras.
My lord.
Congratulations, Lord Baras.
Noted.
Your Eminence?
Your people obey you so uniformly. You could learn from them.
Yes, my master.
Rise, my faithful servant. We are at war. The Dark Council has placed me in charge, and battles are being waged across the galaxy. You and Lord Drog will oversee the most crucial confrontations. Drog is already deployed, and now I shall unleash you.
I am not a dog, Baras.
Since when have you been so sensitive? I do not care for it.
Whatever it takes, Master. I will win this war for the Empire.
Our task will be much more difficult if you fall, my apprentice. We've caught wind of a secret plot on the planet Quesh that could win the planet for the Republic. The conflict for resources on Quesh remains the most important of the French systems. This Republic plot must not succeed.
That's where I caught up to General Monk.
Ancient history now. Commander Olean will brief you. He awaits your arrival at the Forward Command Center on Quesh. I find myself nostalgic, sending my most prized apprentice off to war. This is the culmination of everything we've done.
The poignancy of this moment is not lost on me, Master.
Poignancy. You've hit on the perfect word to describe where we are, my friend.
Save the sentimentality, Master.
You are quite right. All we have done and will do is simply the necessary means to the desired end.
More greatness awaits us, Master.
Indeed, my friend. I bid you farewell.
My lord, I'm detecting a forced transmission.
I assume you still recognize me. Consider yourself fortunate that I am reaching out like this.
My old master, you have some nerve showing your face.
I believe you have the market on nerve cornered, my friend.
You do know I'm going to kill you, right?
I am beyond your reach and therefore beyond concern.
I'm sorry, should I know you?
Your wit has not improved. It must be ignorance driving your actions. As wronged by me as you may feel, surely you are not intentionally defying the Emperor. I'm here to tell you that you are being deceived. The organization you work for is not the Emperor's hand.
Why don't you enlighten me?
All you need to know is that you are the puppet of a sect that the Emperor cast off. They seek his destruction.
You're the deceiver, Baras.
I don't blame you for doubting me, and I will not apologize for my actions.
They want you dead, and I want you dead, so it works for me.
Reckless. Your petty personal vendetta overrides your sense, blinds your eyes. I am the voice of the Emperor, and there is a reason for all we do. In the end, what you think does not matter. So believe what you will, but your handlers have you in over your head, sticking your wet nose in Darth business.
I've gotten under your skin, haven't I?
Your lack of sight is almost laughable.
Soon I'll be sticking my lightsaber in a Darth.
Your anger has blinded you.
You've convinced me. I will steer clear of this conflict.
I will judge you by your actions, not your words. Walk away now, and perhaps our previous animosities can be swept aside.
Sith, identify yourself.
Baras sent me to recall you. Your mission has been rescinded.
Why did the contractor not contact me himself?
Darth Baras' time is much too important to waste on petty communications with a droid.
Assimilating. I will contact the contractor and seek confirmation.
Go right ahead. I'll wait.
Contacting?
What is the meaning of this transmission?
My lord, I am confronted by a Sith who claims you have rescinded my orders. Seeking confirmation.
I have done no such thing. What Sith are you referring to?
Oh, did I make a mistake?
You are not amusing.
I just wanted you to know that I'm way ahead of you, Baras.
Assassin, destroy this interloper, then proceed with your mission.
As you decree.
Darth Vowran, Overseer Tremel, and even Lord Rathari.
Do not be cross, my lord. Vowran pulled me out of hiding to bear witness. Nothing more.
Glad you're still alive, old man. Are you well?
I have been a man with no country. Escala came to me and died at my hand. But it was Baras who killed her.
Lord Rathari found me and expressed his wish to be here. A passionate young man.
I told you I'd have your back when you faced Baras. I want to hear him scream.
Your wish is about to come true.
Rathari's presence will show the rest of the Dark Council that you have Sith support. Baras has called a special session of the Council to make his claim as the Emperor's voice official. I'm fashionably late. Your former master and the most powerful Darths in the galaxy await. The play is yours.
I will lead the way. I want to be the first thing Baras sees.
By all means.
Had it better be Darth Vowran coming through those doors?
Today, your reign ends.
Interesting.
This isn't the time for one of your games, Vowran.
For the voice of the Emperor, you're uncharacteristically silent. Didn't the Emperor warn you of this?
I'm merely amused, young one.
I've come to silence the false voice of the Emperor. One of us will not leave this chamber alive.
You're right about that, child. My fellows, this is my former apprentice. No doubt you're acquainted with his defiance. He was unworthy of me, so I excised him.
I am the Emperor's wrath, chosen by the Supreme Master himself. I know his will, and Baras is not the voice.
Listen to truth, my fellows. You are the victims of a ruthless and deceitful power grab.
Valron, for whatever reason, greed, jealousy, you've refused to accept reality. This is a desperate attempt. Hear me, Dark Council. This child is not our Emperor's wrath. He is Valron's illusion. The Emperor will inform me what is to be done with Valron. For now, assist me in destroying this rabble.
Who dares face the Emperor's wrath?
Is that a threat, youngster? Be careful. You might grant Baras his request.
If Baras is true, and I false, he should be able to defeat me himself. Make him prove he is what he says.
You need only judge by who stands with this cretin. Overseer Trimmel, a base coward who tried to undermine the purity of our training process. And Lord Rathari, who thumbed his nose at our traditions and got it bloodied like a disobedient dog.
The Challenger is also supported by Darth Vowron, one of our own. I have no doubt about you, Baras. But swat this gnat quickly so we can continue our business.
Fine. The Master will grant the slave's last wish. The Emperor calls for your death. Attack me if you dare.
Admit your lies and spare yourself the humility of defeat.
You have no idea of my power.
I was never, nor shall I ever be, your slave.
Had enough, child? Can you feel your grip on life slipping? Why persist in this futile gesture of vengeance? Let go. Embrace your death.
Forget the bravado, Baras. No one's buying it.
Just being sporting. I would think you'd appreciate the chance to catch your breath. Your champion is failing, Vowron, and you'll be next.
Is that coming from you or from the Emperor, Baras? It's hard to tell the difference.
Don't mock me, fop! Your patron just ensured your suffering will be epic, youngster. Now, die!
You seem to be breathing as hard as I am.
You look the worse for wear to me.
If this is the end for me, I'm taking you with me. You're depleted, Baras. You hover a breath away from destruction.
No! My powers abandon me!
Drink in the faces of your fellows. See your disgrace reflected in their awed eyes.
I call upon the Dark Council to kill this fool! Now! The Emperor commands it! Darth Maul, strike on the Emperor's behalf, or suffer his disfavor!
I believe I'll take my chances.
Ravage! Has your sense left you as well? Defend me! Defend the voice!
I will not stand in the path of the Emperor's wrath.
You think you've won? You think you can silence the Emperor's true voice? Deliver the death blow, then! From beyond darkness, I shall strike at you! Someday, vengeance will be mine!
No one dare stand in my way. Let this be a message to you all.
I cannot be destroyed!
Message heard loud and clear, my friend. You have proven that you are truly touched by the Emperor. The Dark Council knows that the Emperor's wrath has free reign.
You are acknowledged, Wrath. Your actions will not be challenged as long as they do not contradict our own.
You are answerable only to our ultimate master.
I look forward to aiding the Dark Council in its most critical matters.
Then our power has heightened. Let the enemies of the Empire tremble. The Emperor's wrath shall consume them all.
You're defeated, your power exhausted. There's no point in killing you now.
He won't remain in this weakened state for long. Surely you don't mean to let him go? His deceptions are high crimes. Death, imprisonment, or at the very least banishment is in order.
Lock him away forever, then.
We have a prison that can house one as powerful as him. He will be taken there immediately.
I will never relent! You will all succumb to me!
At last, the end of Baras. The air clears and my lungs breathe deeply again.